stop. Don't buy one yet. As we all know, Jensen announcing the 4000 series cards came quite a surprise with the price that were officially announced. From the countless comments and threads where I read, majority were obviously disappointed. And now even after the crypto crash, NVIDIA cards cost higher than ever before, even though we all love the smell of new freshly baked graphic cards. But what if you shouldn't buy the latest and greatest this time around? Simply because it's not the consumer's smart decision currently. Just let me explain. Think of it this way. The last few years there has been a massive GPU shortage due to the pandemic, scalpers, and the mining craze for the average consumer has not been great. And now all those variables seem to be relaxing and heading to the other direction with the pendulum swinging. As a result, there has been an influx of new 3000 series cards, and NVIDIA still has to unload from their own shelves, which may be one of the reasons currently why 4000 series pricing is sitting where they are. Naturally, those looking for the latest and greatest will be hungry to get their hands on the 4000 series cards, regardless of the price, while unloading their perfectly usable cards for below market value in many situations. And I suspect vendors will also follow suit, lowering their in-store pricing current of 3000 series cards. Those looking for the fastest ray tracing performance will no doubt pony up the big bucks, but majority of the gaming population simply isn't obsessed with extreme ray tracing performance in a handful of games. That's noticeable when actually bothering to care enough to stop and stare at pretty reflections. The truth is, the 3000 series cards already produce a great gaming playing experiences with current titles even with ray tracing fully enabled. Steam statistics chart shows us the GTX 1060, a card going back to 2016, is the #1 spot in use to this very day, with the slower GTX 1650 coming in at the #2 spot. So the 3000 series, or even dare I say the 2000 series cards, would be an ideal and massive upgrade for the majority and would provide the best dollar per frame ratio that's currently available. And I'm not even going to mention the 850 watt minimum power supply requirements, as well as the 3 slot of insert space required for the 4000 series cards. They will also most likely introduce a bottleneck in regards to many CPUs if it's not the latest generation Intel i7 or Ryzen 7 and greater CPU. The 4000 series cards introduce just many boundaries for full entry of use. These cards are massive and power hungry, and majority of gamers are ill prepared to support such a card without a full-blown PC upgrade, which undoubtedly raises the price extraordinarily on top of the not so small GPU price. The 2000 and more so the 3000 series cards already produce high frame rates in all titles, and will continue to do so in the future. Even the GTX 1060 till this very day still produces almost 60 frames experience in a lot of great titles. Averaging 100 frames per second or more in most titles is a great experience for most, and while hitting 200 frames a second with a faster GPU technically is twice as better, but in reality the experience doesn't translate twice as nice for the end user. A factor of diminishing returns comes into play here rather quickly, in which the more you spend, the less gratification you receive on your purchase. Unless of course, money is no object, in which case avoid this whole spiel. But I digress. These are just one-man thoughts on the current GPU craze that is currently happening. What are your latest and gen goals in regarding to this GPU situation? Are you planning to upgrade, or just stick it out for now and see how it all plays out? Anyway, thanks for watching guys. Peace.